Hello and welcome to day 16 of the Christmas Craft Countdown, where I'm sharing a new Cricut paper craft project with you every day for 20 days. Today's project is quick and simple and perfect if you're planning on gifting money to anybody this Christmas. These money cards are really easy to make, and you can make them really sparkly with holographic and glitter card. And then all you need to do is just roll up your money and put it through the slots to make a gorgeous little gift, which just makes it even more extra special. 5 different designs are included, and they're all free to download for the next 24 hours. Let's find out how to get them and then how to make them. If you haven't already registered your free ticket for the Christmas Craft Countdown, go to craftwithsarah.com/CCC to do so. Once registered, check for an email from me with subject line Christmas Craft Countdown ticket information, or any of the other emails from me that you've been sent throughout this countdown. Can't find them? Check your junk or spam box to see if they've gone there by mistake. These emails contain the link to view the countdown projects and download today's files. Scroll down the page to find today's project. Click the button to start the files automatically downloading to your computer or mobile device. Each download is only available for free for 24 hours after it goes live. If you have missed some, check out the Instant Access Bundle at craftwithsarah.com/CCC bundle, which gives immediate and ongoing access to all of the files from the Christmas Craft Countdown. All downloads come in zip folders. You need to unzip them before you can upload the files into Cricut Design Space. First things first, let's take a look at the 5 money holder designs in more detail. The first one is this Santa legs design where he's got stuck in the chimney. Oh no! Next, we've got a Christmas wreath, and this one's a little bit different because it's got an extra piece just to glue on top for that ribbon. And on this one, I've actually put the money in so you can see what it looks like. I didn't actually have 5 notes to put one in everything. Next, we have a Christmas tree made up of cat shapes. This is really, really cute. So there's that one there. And then if you're a dog person like me, not a cat person, there's a matching Christmas tree shape made up of all little doggy pictures. And then finally, my favorite design of the bunch is this unicorn with little pop-out flowers along her crown. And there we go, 5 designs. So let's see how to put them into Cricut Design Space. Once you've downloaded and unzipped the folder, it's time to get the SVG files into Cricut Design Space. Open up Design Space and start a new project, and then press Upload over on the left, and then Upload Image. You can then either click Browse to find the files on your computer or drag and drop them in. Make sure you choose the unzipped version of your folder, and then within there are 3 different folders for different types of files. For Cricut Design Space, you need the folder called SVG Files. Double click in there, and then we've got the 5 different designs. I'm going to show you 2 different ones uploading because the unicorn one's a little bit different to the others. So I just want to make sure that that one's nice and clear as well. But we'll start with the wreath version. So I'll drag and drop that in, and it will look like this. Press Upload. And then you can click it to get the green border, and then press Add to Canvas. It does load in at the correct size to use, which is 4.15 inches wide. But if you want to, because you're just rolling the money up, you can resize it a bit bigger or smaller if you want to. Just bear in mind, if you resize it too much smaller, then the edges of your money might come out over the sides when you slot it in. These are really simple designs in terms of the layers. We've just got a bottom layer, which is our green one here. Then there's a white shape over the top, and I'm actually just going to ungroup this to show you a little bit easier. So we've got our solid green here, the cutout shape here, and it will cut out the little slots to put the money in. And then some of the designs, but not all of them, have an extra little bit there too. I'll just show you the unicorn design too, as that one is a bit different. So we'll delete this, go back into Upload, and then Upload Image. This time I'll choose the unicorn one. And even though the design has all the little pop-out flowers, You can't actually see them on this screen, but don't worry about that. They are still there. So press upload, click it, and then add to canvas. And then now you can see the flowers. So the reason they didn't show up on the previous screen is because these are just single line cuts that will then fold up to create that little pop out effect. They're not actually solid shapes, which is why they don't appear in pink like the other layers. If I ungroup this to show you, this one's just these 2 layers, and this is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. So don't worry that you can't see the gaps in the flowers. You're not supposed to have gaps in them, because remember, we're just cutting these and then folding them upwards. We don't want the flowers to actually come apart. When you've added your chosen design, press Make It, and then it will separate out the colours, and you can change the paper size down here. I like to rotate these round if I'm only doing one of them, so that it takes up a little bit less space. And then I've got all of this bit on my card that I can use on another project another day. You do need to change the size for every single colour. And I will rotate this one as well. These money cards, in my opinion, look best when the bottom layer, the colourful one, is cut out from holographic or metallic or glitter card. It just gives that extra bit of sparkle and fun to the designs. But if you don't have any, then of course it still looks beautiful with regular colour cardstock too. So go ahead, get your layers cut out, and then I'll show you how to stick them together. These money holders go together really, really quickly, so they're great for those last minute stocking fillers. I'll show you how to stick them together, and most of them are very simple, like this Santa Claus design. The only one that's a little bit more detailed is the unicorn because of the little pop-out flowers. So we'll do that one second, and we'll start with this Santa one. I like cutting the base pieces from metallic or holographic card. It just gives it a little extra sparkle. Or you can do it with glitter like this one. I just think that if you use something with that little bit of extra on it, it makes them even more special. So here we go, we've got these 2 pieces, and we want to start by folding up the little tabs in the semicircles. So you've got the little ring in the middle, and just gently bend it upwards so that you're left with that kind of shape. And do the same on the other side. So just try and get it right down at the bottom, and then it's just a gentle bend upwards. You're left with those 2 little semicircles sticking out. And now you can glue it onto the base piece. I like to use glue just so that I can wiggle it about and make sure it's on straight, but if you want to, you can use double-sided tape instead. Make sure you don't put the glue on those bits you've just folded upwards. Otherwise, it won't work because you'll have glued them. You won't be able to put the money in. Get your base piece and stick this in the middle. I'm really bad at lining things up in the middle, which is why I like the glue so that I can move it about until it's stuck. Then that's it. I told you it wasn't going to take very long. So you'd wait for that to dry. And then if I bring one in that's already dry, I'll show you how to put the money in. So here's a £10 note from the UK, but it will work with any notes from any country. And what you want to do is just roll it up into a tight little cylinder. So as tight as you can roll it. I'm really bad at this, so I'm going to be slow. Get that in. Keep rolling. There we are. So now that's all rolled up. And then just get one end down. Slide it through one of the holes. So it's going through the opening. And then through the other one too. And then let go. And when you let go, it'll expand to perfectly fill in those holes. And then it's nicely held in there. You see, it's not going anywhere. It's expanded to exactly the right size. And there you have your money all ready to be gifted. Before we finish, I'll show you the unicorn one, because as I said, this one is a little bit different. Look at this card though. Oh, I love it. It's so shiny. I'm going to put it out the way so it doesn't blind you with my camera lights while I'm doing this. All right, so we're going to start in exactly the same way by folding up the middle bits that the money would go through. Just in there. And then for the unicorn, it's got the little cutout flowers. And these are just single line cuts so that you can fold up the petals to make a really pretty pop out effect. So just get your finger, or a spatula would work too, and just gently bend them upwards. So you're making a 3D little flower. Do that for all of them. So there's 5 flowers in total. I might speed this up a bit because I'm going to be slow. That's all my flowers folded up. You can't see it that well at the moment, but once we've got it on that pink background, it will really start to show. So now I can turn it upside down, and you want to add your glue to the back, but don't add the glue on any of those flower petals. So I'm just going to put it around these edges, all the way around, and a little bit inside here. Just don't go over the flowers. And then this can be stuck to that wonderful holographic card. There we go. Get it in the middle. And now, hopefully you can see just how pretty those flowers look. It means you can see some of the pink shining through underneath where we folded them up. Let's try and get it even closer. There we go. Gorgeous. And perfect for gifting the gift of money for Christmas. These really are the cutest little stocking fillers. I love them. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make these fun money holders for Christmas. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more Christmas and Cricut tutorials. I hope to see you again tomorrow for day 17 of the Christmas Craft Countdown. Thank you for watching. Bye!